did my paper on Coach Carter, and I'm going to talk about the movie, and the theory I chose was the uncertain reduction theory. And just to give the definition of my theory, it is theory by Charles or Chuck Berger, and the definition is increased knowledge of what kind of person another is, which provides an improved forecast of how a future interaction will turn out. So, stated in our book, it's natural for everyone to, when you first meet somebody, be kind of uncertain about that person just because we don't know that person, as if you wouldn't feel that way towards your mom or someone if you hadn't seen them even in, sometimes because you know them. But in terms of other people, you're uncertain. And my question is, are minorities or people in poverty more prone to uncertain reduction theory? And I'm going to talk about this. First, description of the film. It was directed by Thomas Carter in 2005, and the plot is Kim Carter, who is a former Richmond High School alumni, comes back and wants to coach his school. And if anyone doesn't know about Richmond, California, it's not really the best neighborhood. A lot of poverty, a lot of minorities, and a lot of gang-related activities that go on there. And these people here have, stated in the movie, an 80% better chance of going to prison than they do even graduating high school. And I ask this question because I feel like people in poverty or minorities, when they meet new people, they have more of a reason to be feeling uncertain, just because most of the time people in poverty have faced some instances where maybe people haven't come through or they've been let down, so it might cause a more sense of them to feel uncertain. And this is a clip that I'm going to show when the team is first introduced to the new head coach and how they act towards him.
You will play like winners, act like winners, and most importantly, you will be winners. If you listen and learn, you will win basketball games. And gentlemen, winning in here is the key to winning out there. This contract states that you will maintain a 2.3 grade point average. You will attend all your classes, and you will sit in the front row of those classes.
It's a country-ass nigga, dog.
Excuse me, did you say something, sir?
Worm was wondering, are you some country church nigga with your tie on and all that?
Right.
That's what y'all say, right?
And what is your name, sir?
I'm Timo Cruz, sir.
Well, Mr. Cruz and Mr. Worm, what you should both know is we treat ourselves with respect. We don't use the word nigga.
Are you some preacher man or some shit? Cause God ain't gonna do you no good in this neighborhood.
Now, I live in this neighborhood, sir.
Sir, can you believe this uppity Negro? Sir.
Okay, Mr. Cruz. Leave the gym right now.
For what?
I'll ask you one last time to leave the gym before I help you leave.
Before you what? Do you even know who I am?
From what I can see, a very confused and scared young man.
Scared of who? Scared of you? I'm supposed to be scared of you? Nigga, I ain't scared of nobody. I would lay your ass out.
I don't think so.
Teachers ain't supposed to touch students.
I'm not a teacher. I'm the new basketball coach.
So, as you can see, when they first met him, it was real hostile in terms of how they were acting. Earlier before that, he handed them out the piece of paper, which is their contract, which he stated, and they all continued to talk and no one would listen. But after this, they kind of realized that he's for real and that he's not going to take their losing ways as they have been. And later on in the movie, they are 16-0 and they are not meeting the requirements that they all signed with their contracts. So their coach does what is unprecedented and cancels the season until they, as a team, pull up their grades. And at this point, it was really hostile because, again, they were mad. The guy who you seen just thrown up against the wall he actually left the team and come back, and he ran about, he had 2,500 suicides and 1,000 push-ups, or actually flip-flop, 1,000 suicides, 2,500 push-ups that he needed to catch up to the team and get back on it. And each main character has a big point in the movie with the coach that kind of shows the reduction theory slowly but surely being reduced tremendously. The guy who you've seen later on, he quit the team twice, and this is the second time he quit it. He's having some issues, and his cousin is shot and killed in front of him during a drug deal. And he goes to his coach's doorstep at 3 in the morning, crying about his cousin who had just been killed. And normally, in the beginning of the movie, if that would have happened, he would have never even attempted to go to his coach's house. But because of that uncertainty being reducted, at that point in the movie, he feels comfortable enough to the point where he can go up to him after a tragedy like that. He still has blood on his shirt, and his coach comforts him and lets him know that it's going to be okay. Another key person is a guy in the movie, Junior. He's having some grade issues, and a lot of these guys, the point that they're trying to get is the other coaches that they've had have never really cared about them as people, which creates the uncertainty when they have this new coach step up to them. They're not sure what their wanting is for this basketball team, or is he just a coach, or does he actually care about them as individuals? And which he proves that when he states that they need to pick up their grades, and after the school board cuts off the band, the players actually continue it, and they sit with desks in the gym, and they will not play basketball until they as a team meet their standards that the coach has met. And towards the end of the movie, they end up losing to the #1 ranked team in the state in the first round of playoffs. But they are so much closer, not only as a team, but 5 of the guys on the team end up, after this season, they take full ride scholarships to continue basketball. Another one takes scholarship, not for basketball, but just to go in school. And this is showing how much just they have come overall in terms of the coach really caring for them and getting them to college, because the principal even says in the beginning that maybe one of their guys will graduate, not even let alone go to college, but just graduate high school in general. And him coming in and showing that he actually genuinely cares for these young men, for their overall lives, kind of shows the uncertainty reduction theory coming to an end.